Good morning, dear readers. Well, we are still here in 2026. I don't know if we're still here for a long time because not so many readers of this book. Yes, it's very, very hard to read. But if ever we stop this book, I'm going to start what Mahermo asked me is, what was it again? To start Dutch from scratch. But for the moment, we read on. We read on, and today I'm going to read page 97 and 98, and we will see if we are still 10 people reading. We will go on. Remember, we are in court, and there is Mr. Madeleine. He sees a man who is convicted, and this man is convicted because he did what Jean Valjean did, but this man did not do that because Mr. Madeleine, he is Jean Valjean. So, let's read the first sentence and then see. Encore en ce moment, Monsieur Madeleine s'était avancé vers les témoins, Cochepaille, Brevet et Chenildieu. So, again, in this moment, so at that moment, Mr. Madeleine, and then the verb avancer means to come forward. Avance, avant, but means before. So he had come forward towards the witnesses, Cochepaille, Brevet, and Chenildieu. Those three men were the witnesses, and I think Mr. Madeleine has been in prison with those three men. And he's asking them, Vous ne me reconnaissez pas, dit-il. You do not recognize me, he said. Tous trois demeurèrent interdits. So all three stayed. And the word interdit, it's a bit strange because it means forbidden, but it also means like speechless. They could not speak anymore. They're like, so interdit means those two things. Et indiquèrent par un signe de tête qu'ils ne le connaissaient point. And they, the three of them, indicated by a sign of the head that they did not recognize him. Now, normally, not in French is ne pas. We see here the ne, but then we have point, which is quite normal in old literature. Instead of ne pas, using ne point, but it means not. Cochepaille, intimidé, fit le salut militaire. So this guy, Cochepaille, intimidated, he made a military salute. Monsieur Madeleine se tourna vers les jurés et vers la cour et dit d'une voix douce. So Mr. Madeleine turned towards the jury. In English, it's rather singular, but in French, plural, the members of the jury, and towards the court, so like the judge, and said in a low voice, in a soft voice, douce is soft, he said in a soft voice, Messieurs les jurés, faites relâcher l'accusé. So, gentlemen of the jury, fait relâcher, let or release, faire relâcher means release the accused. So the accused person, whose name was Champmathieu. So let him go, release him. Monsieur le Président, faites-moi arrêter. Mr. President, have me arrested. That's what Jean Valjean says, or Mr. Madeleine. L'homme que vous cherchez, ce n'est pas lui, c'est moi. The man that you are searching for, it is not him, it is me. Je suis Jean Valjean. I am Jean Valjean. Incredible, isn't it? Alors, pas une bouche ne respirait. Not one mouth was breathing. So everybody is like speechless. Even they do not breathe. À la première commotion de l'étonnement avait succédé un silence de sépulcre. So to the first commotion or movement of astonishment had succeeded a silence of the tomb, like a tomb silence, as if you're on a graveyard. On sentait dans la salle cette espèce de terreur religieuse qui saisit la foule lorsque quelque chose de grand s'accomplit. So one felt, you could feel, one felt in the room, this kind of religious terror which seized the crowd when something grand, something big is accomplished. Cependant, le visage du président s'était empreint de sympathie et de tristesse. In the meantime, the face of the president s'était empreint, was imprinted, was marked by, was imprinted by sympathy and sadness. Maybe he thinks Jean Valjean, he's not feeling well and he's just saying whatever. Il avait échangé un signe rapide avec l'avocat. So he had exchanged a quick sign with the, well, normally avocat is a lawyer, but I think here it's the prosecutor. Et quelques paroles à voix basse avec les conseillers assesseurs. Yes, and a few words. À voix basse means in a low voice, like whispering, with the assessors of the council. Yeah, I think the councillors, people also sitting next to him, so the councillors. Il s'adressa au public et demanda avec un accent qui fut compris de tous. So he addressed the public, and did you see that in French it's s'adresser à? There is like a preposition which disappeared a little bit in the word au, but so he addressed the public and asked with an accent, I would say in a tone which was understood by all, y a-t-il un médecin ici? You see, that's what I thought. So, y a-t-il, is there a doctor here? So he thinks probably that Mr. Madeleine, he is not feeling very well, and he's saying whatever. L'avocat général prit la parole. So the prosecutor, or you call it also the general lawyer, prit la parole means he spoke up. It's like you take the word. That's what it really means, but he spoke up. Messieurs les jurés, l'incident si étrange et si attendu qui trouble l'audience ne nous inspire, ainsi que vous, qu'un sentiment que nous n'avons pas besoin d'exprimer. Yes, not so easy this sentence, but so. Gentlemen of the jury, the incident, so this incident, so strange and so inattendu, unexpected, which troubles the audience. And then we have again this ne que. Do you see it? Ne que. That is not really a negation, it means only. So it, let me see, which troubles the audience, inspire us only, as also you guys, a feeling that we n'avons pas besoin, we don't need to express. We all feel that Mr. Madeleine, he's not feeling well, we're going to take care of him, and we understand it all. Vous connaissez tous, au moins de réputation, l'honorable Monsieur Madeleine, maire de Montreuil-sur-Mer. So you know all of you, you know, at least by reputation, the honorable Mr. Madeleine, mayor of Montreuil-sur-Mer. S'il y a un médecin dans l'auditoire, nous nous joignons à Monsieur le Président pour le prier de vouloir bien assister Monsieur Madeleine et le reconduire à sa demeure. Yes, I don't know if you understand that they are trying to say, well, he lost his head a little bit, we have to bring him home, but we're going to read the sentence. So, if there is a doctor in the auditorium, or in the audience, we join us to Mr. President to pray him to bien vouloir, to be willing to assist Mr. Madeleine and reconduire to bring him back to his demeure, his residence. I hope you understand the situation. So, Mr. Madeleine ne laissa point achever l'avocat général. Mr. Madeleine did not let, and you see the note is again the ne point, he didn't let achieve, or here I would rather say to finish, the prosecutor. Il interrompit d'un accent plein de mansuétude et d'autorité. So he interrupted him with, yeah, I don't think it's an accent. I would say like a tone, a tone of his voice, a tone full of gentleness and authority. Voici les paroles qu'il prononça. Here you have the words which he pronounced. Les voici littéralement telles qu'elles furent écrites immédiatement après l'audience par un des témoins de cette scène. So, les voici, here you have them, literally. So here, in fact, the writer, he's going to give the words that were spoken by Mr. Madeleine literally. Here they are literally, such as they were written immediately after the audience by one of the witnesses of this scene. So now what we're going to hear are the words that were said literally by Mr. Madeleine. So, telles qu'elles sont encore dans l'oreille de ceux qui les ont entendues. So, such as they are, those words who are still in the ear of those who have heard them, il y a près de 40 ans aujourd'hui. Il y a means there is, but also ago. So, almost 40 years ago today. So I hope you understand. So now we're going to read, and I'm going to page 98. Let's see, it should be here. Yes. And we are here hearing the words that Mr. Madeleine said. Je vous remercie, monsieur l'avocat général, mais je ne suis pas fou. I thank you, Mr. Prosecutor, but I am not crazy. Vous allez voir, you are going to see. Vous étiez sur le point de commettre une grande erreur. So we have this expression, être sur le point, means you were about, it really says you were on the point of, you were about to commit a big error. Lâchez cet homme. Let go this man who is Champmathieu. People think he's Jean Valjean, but let him go. J'accomplis un devoir. I accomplish a duty. Je suis ce malheureux condamné. I am this miserable convict, that's what you say. I'm the miserable convict. Je suis le seul qui voit clair ici. Je vous dis la vérité. So I am the only one who sees clearly here, and I say to you the truth. Incredible, isn't it? Ce que je fais en ce moment, Dieu qui est là-haut, le regarde et cela suffit. So, what I am doing in this moment, so now, God, who is up there, là-haut, up there, sees it. He looks at it. He sees what I'm saying, and it's sufficient. Vous pouvez me prendre puisque me voilà. You can take me since I'm here. Here I am. Me voilà. Here I am. So he's saying, I am the convict. I should be in prison. J'avais pourtant fait de mon mieux. Pourtant means although. Although j'avais fait, I have done my best. The best I could. De mon mieux means I did the best. Je me suis caché sous un nom. I was hidden. Yes, I've hidden myself under a name. I took another name. Je suis devenu riche. I became rich. Je suis devenu maire. I became mayor. J'ai voulu rentrer parmi les honnêtes gens. I have wanted to rentrer parmi means to come among or to be amongst honest people. So he said, I did something in the past and then I tried to be an honest man. Il paraît que cela ne se peut pas. It seems that cela, that cannot be. Ne se peut pas means cannot be. Enfin, il y a bien des choses que je ne puis pas dire. Finally, there are, well, des choses, things that I cannot say. Je ne vais pas vous raconter ma vie. I'm not going to tell you my life. Un jour, on saura. One day, they will know, or people will know. Oh, it's always the general one. One will know. J'ai volé Monseigneur l'évêque. I have stolen things from, and remember, so Monseigneur l'évêque is, I think in English you would say His Excellency the Bishop. Cela est vrai, that is true. J'ai volé Petit Gervais. Cela est vrai. I stole from, and you remember Petit Gervais, it was this a young child, a chimney sweeper. He stole from him. I stole from him, that's what he says. It's true. On a eu raison de vous dire que Jean Valjean était un malheureux très méchant. So one has been right de vous dire, to tell you that Jean Valjean was a miserable man, very wicked, very evil, méchant. And now here, this is not what Jean Valjean says, but this is what's happening. Puis, Monsieur Madeleine interpelle les trois bagnards, ses anciens compagnons d'infortune. So then, Mr. Madeleine appeals to the three galley slaves or prisoners, his old or ancient companions of unfortune, so his old prison mates, et se fait reconnaître d'eux en évoquant un trait de leur histoire personnelle. And he makes himself recognized by them by evoking, by telling a trait or an element of their personal story. So he says something very personal about their lives so that they know he is Jean Valjean, he's the only one who could have known. Vous voyez bien, dit-il, que je suis Jean Valjean. You see very well, he said, that I am Jean Valjean. Il n'y avait plus dans cette enceinte ni juge, ni accusateur, ni gendarme. Il n'y avait plus, there were not anymore in this enceinte, it's some kind of a chamber or a room, no judges, no, what shall we say, accusers, no policemen. Il n'y avait que des yeux fixes et des cœurs émus. So we have again this ne que. There were only fixed eyes, eyes staring at him, fixed eyes, and moved hearts. Ému means moved, touched hearts. Personne ne se rappelait plus le rôle que chacun pouvait avoir à jouer. So nobody didn't se rappelait plus, didn't remember anymore the role that each could have had to play. They did not know anymore why they were there. L'avocat général oubliait qu'il était là pour requérir. So the prosecutor forgot that he was there to require. Le président, qu'il était là pour présider. The president, that he was there to preside, like to be president, preside. Le défenseur, qu'il était là pour défendre. So the defenseman, that he was there to defend. meaning everybody forgot his role. Everybody was so moved, so touched, they forgot why they were there. Chose frappante, aucune question ne fut faite, aucune autorité n'intervint. So a remarkable thing, frappante means you notice, it's something very remarkable. Not any question was made. Not any authority intervened, like said something. Last part for today. Come on, we're almost at the end. Il était évident qu'on savait sous les yeux, non, qu'on avait sous les yeux Jean Valjean. It was evident that they had, under their eyes, in front of them, Jean Valjean. This was the man. Cela rayonnait. Rayonner means like to shine, like rays of sunshine. This was bright. It was shining. L'apparition de cet homme avait suffi pour remplir de clarté cette aventure si obscure le moment d'auparavant. So the appearance of this man had been sufficient to fill with brightness this adventure so obscure, so dark the moment before. So everybody saw very clearly what it was all about. Sans qu'il fût besoin d'aucune explication. Désormais, toute cette foule, comme par une sorte de révélation électrique, comprit tout de suite, but maybe I translate already this because it's a long sentence, so, without it, that it was necessary of any explanation from now on, so meaning there was not any explanation necessary, the whole crowd, as by an electric revelation, understood immediately. Et d'un seul coup d'œil, cette simple et magnifique histoire d'un homme qui se livrait pour qu'un autre homme ne fût pas condamné à sa place. And in, what shall I say, in one single coup d'œil, is one glance, one peek, this simple and magnificent story of a man who, se livrer means in fact to surrender, who surrendered himself in order to, pour que means in order to, or so that maybe another man was not condemned à sa place, but in his place, meaning instead of him. So everybody now understood that, well, the real Jean Valjean does not want a person convicted for something he himself did. Les détails, the details, les hésitations, the hesitations, and I think everything goes away. Everybody forgets everything. But we are going to read that next week. Really happy you were with me, and maybe we are going to read on, who knows? Otherwise, well, there will be another podcast, but maybe for the moment we're still reading the most marvelous book of history, Les Misérables. See you next week. I hope so.